President. Thank you very much. Shakira, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, President Peres, Shalom. I want to thank my host, President Peres, for this kind invitation, and to everyone who has already shown me so much hospitality since the moment I arrived. I'm very happy to be in Israel, the land that has been the mother of cultures and human spirituality for so long. And I believe that this is the perfect place to talk about how urgent it is to invest on education, on universal education, and to make it a priority for all of us. This conference is dedicated to the crucial decisions that will make a better tomorrow. And today, I wanted to share with you an experience. I went to visit 2 schools. I met with the incredible students of the Beit Safafa school, and also visited the Max Rate school here in Jerusalem, an inspirational school that serves 50% Israeli and 50% Palestinian kids who learn together, who play together in both Arabic and Hebrew. And it only reminded me once again that the most crucial decisions we can make for a better tomorrow concern how to raise and educate our children. I also saw a lot of Barca t-shirts today. And it made me think to myself how wonderful it would be if the world would act like a team, like Barca does, you know. We have so many challenges ahead of us, so many problems to solve. Global warming, illnesses, inequality around the world. This is the time to behave like a team, to wear the same t-shirt, and to win the match of discrimination, to win the match of inequality and segregation. I come from Colombia, a country that has experienced decades of conflict, and I've been an advocate for educating children since I was 18 years old, when I decided to open and establish my first foundation in Colombia, the Prayer Foundation. And I was convinced that helping increase access to universal quality education, comprehensive education, was one of the very few options that a country like mine had as an antidote to violence and poverty. The schools that my foundation continues to operate and build in areas of conflict are now educating about 6,000 kids across the country and serving over 30,000 people. We also started a project in Haiti and another one in South Africa, but it is my own country where I've learned some of the most valuable lessons. So I've come here to share some of my experience working in the field of education and witnessing its great transformational power and speed too, because the good thing about investing in education is that you don't have to wait 100 years or 50 years or 20 years to see tangible results. You see it every day. You see it with the kids, you see it with the parents, you see it how it reflects on entire communities. I see it, and the people who I work with see it every day. I'm convinced, as many people are, that investing in education is the best strategy for global stability and peace. And the earlier we start, the better, because our children, the smallest children, need us, and need us now. They need us in the first 6 years of their lives, when their brains are forming, cognitive skills, the learning skills and motor skills are forming, but also their psychosocial skills, their way to interact with each other. That's what ultimately will determine the kind of people that they will be in the future, the kind of adults that they will become. And it is proven that kids who receive an early childhood education and stimulation and nutrition and proper care and love, these kids, when they grow up, tend to be less aggressive, tend to be more adaptable, more open-minded people. And this is the world we all want. So I think there is nothing like it, really. There's nothing like starting with the smallest of our children. And I believe that early childhood development strategies and education, universal quality education, is the very substance of peace. Like President Peres once said, if I'm not wrong, if I'm right, you said, Mr. President, that education is one of the 5 pillars of change. I'm convinced of that, and that's what I'm here for, because I want to speak one more time on behalf of education for social and economic development, education for prosperity, education for peace. Thank you very much for the invitation. Please remain seated. Thank you very much. Please remain seated while His Excellency Mr. Shimon Peres and Shakira leave the room. Thank you very much.
Salut.
Megan, please come, sit down, please. Sit down.
Thank you very much.